use. So I had a court case looking at ban forever, basically.
Everything he's had to serve under the rules and regulations. I think anybody who cheats with the drugs should be banned for life.
So I'm probably disappointed. I'm probably gutted. Something has to change, but I don't know who knew what. I'm thinking, why doesn't it just come out now then? You know, I knew, and I'm hearing everybody else is saying they've only just found out.
Tyson Fury shockingly responds to Fabio Wardley's drug test fail. Before the Parker fight, Wardley's drug test disaster exposed him as a fraud. Fury's words slice through. Real champions stay clean, fake ones hide behind substances. Fabio tried to cheat the grind, but you can't buy the discipline Fury bleeds daily.
Though diet's the most important thing for anybody trying to lose weight. You could train like a Trojan warrior, but not eat correct, and you go 3 steps forward and 2.5 back.
Right.
And you find yourself after 6 months a little bit less than you was.
But the storm didn't stop there. Boxing Insider started calling for answers. Johnny Nelson's reaction sums it up. Boxing's disgust runs deep. Fabio Wardley didn't just fail a test, he failed the sport. When a fighter stoops this low before a headline bout, it's not hunger, it's desperation. The kind that stains reputations permanently.
Unfortunately, there is going to be there needs to be an inquiry straight after this. Why? What? But that's what I'm hearing. This news is as fresh to me as it is you. I'm quite sure when this goes out, it'll be all over the...
Frank Warren didn't mince words. Comparing it to doing time fits perfectly. Fabio's already guilty in the court of public opinion. A man who needed drugs to stay relevant has no business calling himself elite. Prison or not, his slate ain't getting wiped that easy.
So that I can see where they're coming from. But the fact of the matter is, it's like if you go to prison, you're found guilty of a crime, you go to prison, you serve your sentence, and the slate gets wiped clean.
And as Frank laid down the law, Wardley finally tried to defend himself, but it only made things worse. Now Fabio's playing dumb, classic move when you're cornered. Talking about privacy after a failed drug test? That's coward talk. The silence, the confusion, the fake concern, it's all damage control. Real fighters own their mistakes. Fabio's just hiding behind excuses.
What's the answers here? What's gone on? Like, what's happened? I know that there has to be a level of privacy with these things, but with boxing and us, like, as boxers.
Dave Coldwell said what every fan was thinking. Fabio Wardley's reputation just hit rock bottom. Once the golden boy, now a walking scandal. Cheating bastard isn't just a phrase, it's the truth echoing through every gym in Britain. The respect's gone, and it's not coming back.
Fucking hell, cheating bastard. Yeah. You know, that's the initial reaction. Whether it's a first fail or a third fail, that's the initial reaction, your gut reaction is. But then obviously we don't know what he's failed for yet, and we don't know what it is. But then when it's somebody that's failed 3 times, or this is the third adverse reaction.
Don Charles didn't sugarcoat it. He called it exactly how it is. Fabio Wardley crossed the line, and no amount of PR spin can clean that stain. The man cheated the craft, betrayed the fans, and proved he never had the heart of a real fighter.
Taking drugs, I mean, this is very unforgiving. You can't, I'm sorry. Provided he's been found, it's 100% that those substances were found in his system, it's unforgiving. And you know what, I blame the governing bodies, because I don't believe that they imposing heavy enough
Johnny Nelson nailed it. No drug can teach ring IQ or courage. Fabio Wardley tried to buy what can't be trained. Power fades, skill lasts, and now his legacy's dust. You can't inject discipline, and that's exactly why he's finished before the bell even rings.
I say, drugs don't make you a better fighter. Drugs may make you a little stronger, may make you a little, give you a bit more energy, but it don't make you technically smart. It doesn't give you all of that, you know. So those drug cheats that do it purposely, you got to remember, you know, why are you doing it? What difference is it going to make? It's going to make you like a boxing Einstein.
Eddie Hearn's frustration says it all. The system's a circus. 1 minute Wardley's clean, the next he's under fire. If the tests are negative, why the chaos? But let's be real, smoke doesn't rise without fire. Something stinks here, and Fabio's at the center of it.
We've just been waiting for all the final test results to come back from UCAD, which are now back, that are negative, and that's the testing process they use. So we need clarity from the board. If you're not suspending him, if you're not allowing this fight to happen, what, he can fight someone else, but you won't allow this fight? So again, it's quite fresh at the moment, but that's where we are at the moment.
Fabio Wardley talking about focus after failing drug tests is comedy at its finest. You can't preach discipline when you've already shattered trust. This isn't focus, it's panic disguised as confidence. Deep down, Wardley knows the respect's gone. No one's buying his stay-on-job act anymore. He's trying to look composed, but that fake calm screams desperation. Real fighters don't hide behind motivational talk. They prove themselves clean. Wardley's just trying to convince himself the noise will fade, but in boxing, reputations don't heal, they haunt.
I just need to not get distracted, not get dissuaded from anything, just stay on target, stay on focus. I have the athleticism, I have the speed, I have the power, I've got it in my tank to go through the rounds if you want to go. So there's none of those things are a factor or a problem for me. I just need to stay on job.
Adam Catterall nailed the heart of it. This isn't about politics, it's about safety and fairness. If Fabio Wardley's failed tests are brushed under the carpet, what message does that send? Fighters risk their lives in the ring. They deserve a level playing field. Catterall's point stings because it exposes how weak the system has become. The board talks about integrity, yet here we are, a scandal clouding one of the biggest domestic fights of the year. If boxing keeps protecting cheats, it'll lose the fans who still believe this sport has honor left.
They want to turn up and get paid.
Correct.
This should not be their decision. The British Boxing Board of Control should be standing up and taking the voluntary anti-doping test seriously. Absolutely. Yes, I know that you work with the UK anti-doping, I know that, but this is a test. He's popped hot. Let's look into it properly. What happens what if something happens on Saturday night?
Absolutely.
What if we've already got a safety?
Johnny Nelson's words reflect the exhaustion. Boxing fans feel another scandal, another excuse. Fabio Wardley's failed test is deja vu from the Conor Benn mess. How many times will the sport act shocked before it finally grows a spine? Nelson's calm delivery hides frustration. He knows the system's broken, the uncertainty, the mixed reports. It's chaos. And while officials stall, fighters like Parker are left in limbo, their camps disrupted, their reputations questioned. Wardley's not just damaging himself, he's dragging the whole division down with him.
It don't matter what drugs you take, it doesn't make you a better fighter. It might make you stronger, might make you fair. It doesn't make you a better fighter, and that's proof. You know, so until more news comes.
And when Duke McKenzie spoke, he didn't hold back. His verdict was pure old school truth. Duke McKenzie spoke like a man who's lived the danger of this sport. He didn't sugarcoat it. Strip the license. No second chances. Fabio Wardley gambled with integrity and risked lives in the process. This isn't about rivalry anymore. It's about decency. Fighters die in that ring, and performance enhancers turn danger into death. McKenzie's words cut through the noise. Cheats don't belong in this sport. If Wardley ever wants redemption, he'll have to rebuild from the ashes, because right now his name's dirt and his respect gone for good.
If it was me, take his license away. You know, because you cannot cheat in the sport of boxing. Not if you're going to put on a pair of gloves and get inside that square circle and physically fight somebody, and potentially you could easily lose your life, then to take anything which will give you enhance your performance, it's just wrong.
Daniel Dubois couldn't have said it better. Drug cheats like Fabio Wardley need to step aside and stop poisoning the sport. Boxing is about courage, honesty, and heart, not chemistry and shortcuts. Dubois represents the new generation of clean fighters who grind day and night for every punch they throw. And that's exactly what separates him from Wardley: integrity. Fabio had a chance to shine before the Parker fight, but instead, he's become the face of embarrassment. Dubois' words carry weight because they come from a fighter who's been through the trenches. No shortcuts, no shady headlines, just pure graft. When someone like Wardley cheats, it insults every fighter who's ever bled for this sport. It's cowardice dressed as ambition, and real boxers like Dubois won't stand for it.
Find the people that are, doing that sort of thing, so drug cheats need to, they need to step aside and let real fighters fight.
Canelo Alvarez, a man who's seen the highs and lows of the fight game, chose restraint, but even his tone carried disbelief. When someone like Canelo, who's fought the toughest names in the sport, says he's surprised, it means the situation stinks beyond repair. Fabio Wardley's failed tests before the Parker fight have rocked boxing's credibility to the core. Canelo knows what it's like to be under the microscope, but Wardley's mess feels different. It reeks of deliberate betrayal. His silence now speaks volumes. While Canelo holds his words back, the message between the lines is clear: respect the sport or get out. Boxing is built on trust. Trust between fighters, fans, and promoters, and Wardley's collapse shattered it. No excuses, no confusion, just shame.
With him, I don't know exactly what is going on, and so I don't have anything to say right now. I'm surprised, yes, because I know Ryan and I don't.
Adam Smith's breakdown hits a bittersweet note now. Before the scandal, this fight was pure electricity, Parker's redemption story versus Wardley's raw ambition. But everything's changed. Parker, rejuvenated under Andy Lee, looks sharper than ever, while Fabio's reputation is in freefall. Smith's respect for both fighters is evident, but the dynamic has shifted. That power everyone once feared from Wardley, now it's tainted. Every punch he throws will carry suspicion, every victory question. Parker, on the other hand, stands tall as the model professional, a man reborn, free from controversy and fueled by purpose. Smith's analysis reminds us that skill and heart outlast hype and shortcuts. In this fight, it's not just power versus precision, it's integrity versus infamy, and we all know which one history remembers.
I mean, I think Parker has got wonderful skills, and under Andy Lee, he's really rejuvenated, and I think he's one of the best heavyweights in the world, period now, former world champion, of course. I think he's better than he once was, so that's a problem for Wardley, but Wardley brings that power in, and remember, Joe Joyce knocked Joe Parker out. Others have had him in trouble, Dillian White down, so you can never write Wardley out of anything, and he'll.
Joseph Parker's words ooze professionalism, the mindset of a true champion. No excuses, no distractions, just business. Even with the noise surrounding Wardley's failed tests, Parker refuses to underestimate anyone. That's what makes him elite. He's been through wars, faced giants, and rebuilt himself brick by brick. For him, Wardley isn't a scandal. He's just another obstacle standing in the way of greatness. Parker calling Wardley his Usyk shows laser focus, a mentality built on growth and humility. While Fabio's image burns in controversy, Parker rises above it, setting a standard for what the sport should represent. His message is clear: you can cheat, lie, and spin, but at the end of the day, real fighters handle business the hard way, clean, disciplined, and fearless.
Points. Whoever's in front of you, fight them, smash them, move on to the next. So for me, this Fabio Wardley fight is the most important, and he is my Usyk, because there's no point thinking about Usyk if I can't take care of business with.
When Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest boxing minds ever, calls you the best, it means something. His praise for Joseph Parker feels earned, not hyped. Parker's speed, composure, and technical IQ make him a nightmare for anyone, especially a man like Wardley, whose foundation has already cracked. Jones's insight shines light on the truth. Fabio Wardley was never ready for this level. He relied on power and pressure, but boxing is chess, not chaos. Parker, under Andy Lee, has become something more: calm, intelligent, and vicious when needed. Roy's perspective seals the narrative. Clean fighters like Parker will always outlast the cheats. Fabio Wardley's name might headline scandals, but Parker's will headline victories, and that's the difference between hype and history.
I mean, I think Parker has got wonderful skills, and under Andy Lee, he's really rejuvenated, and I think he's one of the best heavyweights in the world, period now, former world champion, of course. I think he's better than he once was, so that's a problem for Wardley, but Wardley brings that power in, and remember, Joe Joyce knocked Joe Parker out. Others have had him in.
Fabio Wardley's story was supposed to be about promise, a hungry contender rising through the ranks, chasing glory, and proving he belonged among the elite. Instead, it's turned into a cautionary tale. The failed drug test before the Parker fight shattered whatever reputation he had left. Tyson Fury's calm yet cutting reaction summed it up perfectly. Champions earn their greatness. They don't manufacture it in labs. The Gypsy King's discipline stands in brutal contrast to Wardley's desperation. Now, as the investigations deepen, one question echoes through every gym in Britain: can Wardley ever recover from this? Even if he fights again, fans won't forget. Every win will carry an asterisk. Every punch will be met with doubt. Meanwhile, Joseph Parker's stock has never been higher. Clean, focused, and primed for legacy-defining fights. The scandal might be the end of Fabio Wardley's rise, but the rebirth of accountability in boxing. The sports message is loud and clear: cheats never win, and the truth always lands harder than any punch. What do you think? Can Fabio ever earn his redemption, or is his career officially finished? Drop your thoughts below. The debate starts here.